Hey guys, it's me, Carrie. I just want to start by very quickly saying thank you so incredibly much for all of the incredible birthday love you guys showered me with. It was my 49th birthday yesterday, May 10th, 2022, and I received so many beautiful cards and gifts and messages and texts and phone calls and just so much love, and I am so grateful to each and every one of you who took the time out to wish me a happy birthday. I had an amazing day. I went to the Bronx Zoo with my husband and my mom, and then mom and I went to Friendly's and had ginormous sundaes. She had a Jim Dandy and I had a Reese's Pieces sundae, and if you are not familiar with those, check them out. They're to die for. Definitely not something you want to eat too often because they're super caloric. Obviously, it's an ice cream sundae and they're huge, but it was so yummy. But anyway, this is another Zenni haul. Thank you to Erin and to Jess and to Robin for, again, referring me to this amazing eyeglass site. I have worn eyeglasses pretty much since I was like 12 years old, I want to say, maybe even earlier. I've needed prescription glasses pretty much all of my life, and I was always limited to, you know, getting the one pair I got for free at the Eyeglass place, you know, from where the optometrist was based out of, and whatever insurance would cover. And it's not always the nicest stuff. It certainly doesn't come with any bells and whistles like anti-glare or scratch guard or any of that shit. Zenni changed my life, like legit changed my life. I just purchased my second pair. Well, I just received my second pair. The first pair I bought was sunglasses, and I showed you those a few videos back. You can check them out in my, I think it's in my hauls playlist, or unboxings playlist. I'm not sure which. Probably unboxings, because it wasn't really a haul. It was just one thing. But I loved them so much that I decided I wanted another pair for every day, and I learned some things. The first time I ordered, I was really cheap. Now, just to let you know, Zenni's lenses come with scratch guard, and they come with UV protection. I said in my last video erroneously that they came with anti-glare. They do not, but that is an option that is available for, I believe, $4.95 upgrade, and that's really not a lot. The legit eyeglass doctor, you know, the whatever boutique-y, you know, eyeglass place that, you know, is affiliated with where I could get my exam, was like, yeah, it'll be $50 for this coating and $50 for that coating, and, you know, but it's so cheap, and why do you want to order online when you can't do returns? Which is bullshit. Of course you can do returns. They want you, you know, to be satisfied with everything you purchase, just like any other store. But anyhow, so I got sunglasses and I loved them, and my husband ordered a pair of their version of Transitions, the ones that turn into sunglasses when you go out in, you know, in the outdoors in the bright sunlight. I was a little cheap about that because that was like a $30 upgrade, and I was like, if I can just order a pair of regular glasses. They had an option to add sunglass clips for like $3.95. So I said, you know what? They claim that they're custom cut to fit the shape of your frames. And I ordered more of a cat eye style frame, which I've been wanting forever. So I want to say my guesstimate on this, that this was for the frames that I think were $9.95. The lenses that were made with my prescription, I don't recall what they charge for that. They may be free with the purchase of the lenses. I don't remember, to be honest with you. Maybe I did spend more than $20 on these, but I paid for the upgrade to get the anti-glare because I just can't stand, it's stupid, but I can't stand having my picture taken or taking selfies and having that horrible reflection on my glasses and having to angle my face 16 different ways from Sunday to try to avoid that. So I paid the extra $5 upgrade for that. I paid the extra $3.95 upgrade for the clips. I think I still only paid around 20 bucks and change, and that's with shipping. I did have a $5 coupon because my friend Debbie used my referral code. Thank you, Debbie. There is a referral code. It's always going to be in the Dropbox. I think it's right at the very top. That was not my intention for it to be there, but it was just too hard to cut and paste and organize things to move it down lower. But if you guys want to try Zenni, if you use my code, it will save you $5 off as well and get me $5 off a future pair of glasses, which is amazing. And you can get those as many times as you want. But the only downside, and it's a really small downside, is that you can't combine codes. So the max you can save is $5 unless there's some other sale running concurrently. And I don't know enough about Zenni to know if you can use the $5 coupon when there is some other sale going on. There didn't happen to be on anything I purchased in this order. But anyway, let's just get through the bullshit and show you the glasses. So I picked this pair. They actually had these frames in a few different colors, and I could have gotten them with a blue at the bottom, which is typically what I do, but I don't know if it's because of my purple hair or what, but I picked these. You can kind of see at the bottom they have like a lilac or lavender, and then they're dark at the top and dark on the bridge of the nose, and it's a subtle cat eye, but I absolutely love them. I can see great. I haven't tried to really, well, I'm not seeing any reflection in my camera right now. And you guys know when I was in the house the other day recording with my other glasses on, there was a tremendous amount of reflection. Now, granted, I am outdoors and I am in shade, so those may be factors involved, but I freaking love these. They're so comfy. They, obviously I can see great out of them because they are my prescription, but then check this out. I'm gonna take them off to do this because it's a little awkward. They're not like the ones I used to have from Firmoo that were magnetic clips. They actually are literal clips. They have these little doodads on the back, and you have to place it carefully over the top of the frame. Let me see if I can do this. Actually, the best way probably to do it is to like kind of scooch one end in and then kind of see if I can scooch the other end in. Scooch is a technical term. They do have rubber padding inside here and here, so you can actually, you know, and it doesn't actually touch the lens. You can see, you gotta kind of pop them down into place, I think, because it's not quite where it needs to be. There's a little learning curve. Oh, I see, it's going into the bottom of the frame, so you gotta just kind of pull that out. I mean, it does cover up the frame, but that's okay because it is almost exactly perfectly cut, and that is with a cat eye frame. So I mean, if you were to go with more square or more round or more oval or whatever, they do custom cut them to fit whatever glasses you're wearing. So no, this is not a universal clip that would work with any other pairs, but that's okay. I'm all right with that. And there they are with the clips. I'm noticing now that I'm outdoors, I am kind of seeing the inside part of the clip in like my, not peripheral vision, but I am noticing the little clip inside, and that's a little bit annoying, but it's just something I'll get used to over time. And they do obviously have a lot of, you know, reflection in them because I didn't pay to, you know, have these with anti-reflective, because that's just, you know, silly. I thought. I mean, I guess you could technically if you wanted to, but this is all just kind of experimentation. Eventually, I may actually buy a transition pair, and they don't call it transitions. They call it something else. Transitions is actually like a copywritten name, I think. They call it something else through Zenni, but it's similar technology where, you know, it darkens when you are outdoors and then it gradually lightens up when you go back indoors. But I mean, I am so comfortable looking through these right now. Like, I mean, I'm not looking to direct sunlight. I'm looking to my backyard. It's a pretty sunny day, but I am under a roof and an overhang. So, I mean, I don't suggest you look into direct sunlight ever, even with the best glasses in the world. But I feel really good about these. I think they look really cute. This gives me a nice option for when I don't want to have to lug a whole extra pair of glasses in my purse, because believe it or not, that's kind of a pain in the ass. I brought mine with me yesterday to Disney, I was going to say, to the Bronx Zoo. I lived in Florida for 8 years, and we went to Disney quite a bit for holidays and birthdays because we were fortunate enough to be pass holders for 4 of those years. That was our Christmas gift from my mom each year. Now, forget about it. It's so expensive to go to Disney, but I digress. But I did carry my sunglasses in my purse all day at the Bronx Zoo, and I never even put them on. But the idea of just having this little tiny clip, ooh, and again, I just want to pull them off very carefully because I don't want to damage the lenses or the frames. But it does slide off with relative ease once you get it, like, past the hump. of the bottom and top of the lens. Like I said, it's a learning curve. I'll get better at it and be quicker at it probably as I get used to them. But again, this is what they look like, and they are cut precisely to fit my glasses. And the edges are actually relatively smooth. Like right here, there's a little bit of roughness, but I mean, if I wanted to be anal retentive, I could probably like use an emery board and flatten that a little. I don't want to fuck with it though. But I really, and then this is again how the back looks. So you just have these little clips right here. Oh, that's a good shot, that just hook onto the glasses. So they're going to be super, super, super secure. And all right, OCD, yeah, the little 4 screws are not perfectly in line with each other, but that's just, you know, me being my dickish self and having issues with everything literally under the sun. But I will be wearing these probably a lot more in videos because they'll be the ones that I'll wear primarily, I think, because that way I only have to carry the clips. Again, they came with a nice hard plastic case. I love that it says trendy, not spendy. Again, they came with the nice large cleaning cloth, and they did come with the tools, the little cardboard tools that I showed you in the last video. I didn't bring them out with me to measure your pupillary distance. However, that is something you can have done at your eye doctor. When you go to your optometrist, just ask them to give you, you ask them to write you a card with your prescription on it. They're always, well, in my experience, they're always reluctant to do that because they know you're going to shop elsewhere for other glasses and they want you to spend a fortune on their shit. I'm not that girl. They're going to give me my fucking prescription and they're going to give me my pupillary distance. I mean, literally the girl at the register was like, well, why do you need to know your pupillary distance? And I said, point blank, because I'm planning on getting additional glasses elsewhere where they're less expensive. And that was when she started with the whole, oh, I wouldn't order online. I mean, there's no quality control and you can't return. Yeah, bite me, bitch. I'm not paying $150 for another pair of glasses and, you know, all the freaking coatings and everything else that Zenni provides for free or next to nothing. Fuck you, you're giving me my prescription with my pupillary distance, and she did, and now I can go wherever I want. And right now, I don't really want to go anywhere other than Zenni because I'm so happy with these. I mean, I'm catching a slight glare, but it's just the angle I'm at, I think. I never look directly at the camera when I'm in landscape mode. I don't know what the hell my problem is, why I can't do that. I'm physically incapable of it, but I know that for YouTube viewing, it's, you know, most people prefer to see landscape rather than portrait mode, so I try to do that. But I'm really, really, really happy with these. I like them so much. I love that they have the clips because, again, they can just go in a tiny little case and be carried in my purse. I mean, technically, they could go in the big hard case too, but no reason for that. They have really cute little cases for like clip-ons at the dollar store, the $1.25 tree. So you really, you know, can just stick that in your purse. That's what I did for all the years I was wearing my Firmoo ones with the magnetic clip-ons, and it just makes life so, so, so much easier. Again, the only thing that would be easier would be having the transitions, but they charge, I think, $29.95 as an upgrade for that, which again, all things considered, is not unreasonable, but it's just more than I really want to spend at this point in time just to have eyeglass options. So technically now I have these that I got at the eye doctor, and as you can see, they have a tremendous amount of reflectiveness because they have no special coatings whatsoever. If you look at me moving my eyes here, you're going to see far less reflection, which is already a great thing, not only for visuals and just vanity of wanting to be able to take better pictures, but I'm sure it's better for your eyes too. I love them. I'm over the moon, elated. I love that they have the clips. So like I said, now I have these that are my eye doctor ones that I paid nothing for. So, you know, whatever, I'm happy to have them. I have these that I'm probably going to rock most of the time and have my clips on hand. And then I have my regular sunglasses that, again, on days that maybe I'm wearing these and I want to bring my sunglasses with me and don't mind lugging them around, I can do that. So 3 pairs of glasses for well under $50, including shipping. I mean, if you include these being free because they were covered by Medicaid, because they were from like the box of like 3 pairs you could choose if you have Medicaid. The struggle is real. But Not that I'm complaining, because I'm very grateful to have any type of healthcare coverage. The fact that there are so many people in America that don't, and globally that don't, is obscene and absurd to me, and I will never understand it. All these people that are like anti-socialism, it's like, well, fuck you. Why should you get to have the same things I have? I work harder than you. Not necessarily. You know, financial circumstances are not just a matter of working hard. If everybody that worked hard made what they deserved, then maybe I could see you bitching about socialism, you know? But God, give a fuck about your fellow man, you know? We all contribute in the best way we can to this planet, and maybe it's not financial. Maybe it's by, you know, sharing your heart, by filming videos where you talk about your personal fucking mental struggles, because maybe that can help somebody else, you know? Everybody does what they can, and just because you have money doesn't mean that you're a good person, and just because you don't doesn't mean you're not. So, I mean, I think that, you know, financial status is really not any measure of who a person is. I mean, it can be in terms of, you know, maybe you work really hard to get a medical degree or a law degree or whatever, and, you know, you make a lot of money, and that's great, and I'm proud of you, props to you, but you're not a better person than I am because I can't work and I don't have a lot of money. You know, you're not a better person than a school teacher who spends out of her own pocket or his own pocket to buy supplies for their kids because they don't get paid a fucking decent living wage, you know, or all the frontline workers. Yes, we give kudos a lot to the medical frontline workers, the police, the firefighters, the EMTs. We don't always give props to the grocery store clerks, the people working at Walmart, or the people driving the buses, and, you know, all the other people that have been on the front line throughout this pandemic that don't make nearly what they deserve. So, you know, I'm on a soapbox right now, but you know what? It's my fucking channel, and it's my prerogative. I don't measure people's value in what they're worth financially. I measure their value in what their heart is worth and what their soul is worth and who they are when they're, you know, when they don't think anybody's watching, you know? It's one thing to be really sweet and demonstrative and kind and generous when you know you're being watched and you get kudos for it. It's the shit that you do that never gets acknowledged, except for maybe by the person who directly benefits from your goodness. That's what I measure people on, you know? Just doing good because it feels fucking good. Just doing good because it's the right thing to do. That's how I measure, you know, the value of a person. And most of the people that are dearest to me are not wealthy at all. And who gives a shit? I mean, I don't know. I would love for everybody to be wealthy and be able to be comfortable financially and have all the things and do all the things and whatever. I probably will never be that person. I mean, I still put out into the universe that I'd like to be. You know, I'd like to get my book published when I get my shit together and finally finish my fucking edits and proofreading and start submitting to agents, which I've been procrastinating on for like 6 months, like a fucking asshole, because I've been not at all busy with other things. It's just stupid. But anyway, but yeah, so to get back to the original point, the idea of having 3 pairs of glasses for like maybe $45 and knowing that they're all prescription glasses and knowing that they're all quality, well made, different looks, serve different purposes. Like I said, for all intents and purposes, I have, you know, 2 pairs of regular eyeglasses and I have 2 pairs of sunglasses technically, because these can be converted. So I'm very, very, very stoked with my purchase, is the point. And I hope you guys will give Zenni a try. Just so you know, you do not have to get prescription lenses. Of course, you can get them just clear with clear lenses, or with, you know, tinting for sunglasses on clear lenses without a prescription, and they're still super affordable. I mean, to go out and buy a pair of designer sunglasses or whatever, even just non-designer sunglasses, you're not going to get them cheaper than Zenni prices, I don't think. And they have so many different styles. And, you know, I've heard of other eyeglass companies. I've heard of like Warby Parker and places like that. But when you see people like, you know, oh God, I'm blanking on names right now. I can see their faces in my head. Haley Steinfeld and, oh my God, the guy from Ray and a million other things. can't think of his name, Jamie Foxx, doing endorsements for like Warby Parker or whatever company it is they do them for, you know that they're a little higher end, you know, that's not for everybody. Zenni's for everybody. Zenni is for every budget, for everybody, as long as you have your prescription. And you don't even need to have your pupillary distance technically, because they give you tools and teach you how you can measure with just a normal ruler. And then once you've placed your first order, you get the little handy dandy tools to measure them more accurately on your own. It's basically just from the center of one pupil to the center of the other, so that they can make sure that the lenses are custom made so that they center over your eyes, because everybody's eyes are set, you know, a different distance apart. You may have bigger pupils, you know, you may have wide set eyes, close set eyes, whatever. That way it makes sure that it's like the best possible vision that can be achieved. And the fact that they can do that without, you know, physically being there in the room with you is miraculous to me. I think it's so rad, and I'm so happy with these. So I rambled well past the time I should have, but I just wanted to share this with you guys. Again, look in the drop box. Very first thing you'll see is my Zenni referral code. If you enter that code in the coupon section, it will save you $5 off a pair of glasses, and who doesn't love that? It will also get me $5 off a future pair, and I appreciate that very, very much. I don't think those codes expire, but I, again, don't know enough about the company to be sure. But I know yours won't. Like, I'm thinking more in terms, like, thinking out loud for myself. You know, if I get multiple referral codes, do I need to order a bunch of glasses all at once, you know, in separate orders to use the $5 off? Which really, for all intents and purposes, comes out to shipping. Because shipping, I think, for one pair of glasses from Zenni is $4.95, at least in the United States. So technically you're getting free shipping, which is fantastic. So regardless of what you're spending, you know, to get the shipping for free is always nice. So feel free to check that out. You're not under any obligation, of course, to use it, but why would you want to pay $5 more? I certainly wouldn't. So anyway, all right, shutting up. Thank you again so much for the birthday love. Thank you for watching this. Hopefully when you see me in a few days, when I can dye my hair again, it'll be back to true purple, because it has faded so fucking fast. It was literally 3 weeks on Thursday since I dyed it, and today is Saturday. Go figure. But I'm going to, after I use my next box of dye that I got from my girlfriend Abby, that I'm going to be doing on Saturday, because that is literally the 30-day mark. They say you can do it like every 30 days. I'm doing it on the 30th day. Unless I can find a local women's march somewhere on Long Island. If you guys live on Long Island and you know of any, the nearest march that I could find through the women's march site is in Brooklyn. My girlfriend Debbie found one in Riverhead, but that's about an hour's drive for me, and the march itself is only scheduled to take place for an hour, so it just seems kind of foolish to drive all that way, be there from 12 to 1, and then turn around and come back home. So, excuse me, if any of you know of any women's marches that are going to be on this Saturday, the 14th, or even Sunday the 15th, because I think some people are doing them then, on Long Island, please let me know in the comments, or you can always private message me on my Insta or my Persevering Star Facebook page, because I'd really love to take part in one. My bestie's going to be doing one with her mama down in Miami, and I'm so excited for her. She and I did the last march together here in New York, and we had the most wonderful time. It was just so empowering and beautiful, and tears were shed, and there were a lot of hugs and a lot of love, not just between the two of us, but with strangers who felt like friends. It was a really, really encouraging, uplifting event, and I wish we never had to do any more of them, but we do. So anyway, let me know. But barring that, I will be probably dyeing my hair Saturday morning, and I will certainly try to come on and do a video then, so you guys can see my hair when it's freshly done. And then after that, I'll probably go to Sally Beauty Supply like in another month after that and look into other different types of color. And I've heard of color depositing shampoos that are a thing. My husband found some online for really cheap through Amazon, but I'd rather maybe go through Sally, because then at least I can speak with someone, you know, who has a little information about what products are best, and you know, and then we'll see where we go from there. All right, really, 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 really shutting up now. I love you guys so, so much. Have a beautiful rest of your day, and I'll be back soon with more stuff. Bye, guys.